After landing in Lubawin Bajau, we are heading on our Komodo tour. The tour company had recommended that we stay one night before, so we did so in my last video, so make sure to check that out. So we got to the pier at the time that the company had told us, but honestly, it was such a huge wait, the crowds were crazy, and it was super hot out. I would say we waited at the pier for about an hour and a half. Alright, room tour here, guys. We're actually a little disappointed. This isn't the room that we booked. And after we booked, we were told we had to pay more money or we weren't able to come on the tour at all because it was overbooked. They didn't mean to have it on their website, whatever. I'll deal with that when I get back. But so we were supposed to have the Grand Master Suite, but we just have a basic room, so here it is. Alright, so toilet and a shower, so at least we have a private bathroom. And there's code. So all we have is this little window here. And that's it. So this is our home for the next 2 days. Just doing a quick walkthrough of the boat. So I would say this boat can accommodate around 15 passengers plus the staff. It had a little indoor seating area there as well as a big outdoor table where we could all sit. Up here they had more seating, and I took a little sneak peek into where the captain was there. And they had a little kitchen area there where they cooked us our meals. Here's what it looks like from the outside. And I want to put a little disclaimer in here that we did really enjoy our time. It's just that we found this particular company was not organized, and we are very frustrated with our room situation. This is the little island we stopped at first. Oh my gosh, it's pristine. I don't think anybody lives here. They have chairs you can rent. I just got to hold a starfish for the first time. Beautiful. I was absolutely blown away by how clear the water was. I've traveled to a lot of places, but I've never seen water quite like this. We stopped here for a quick snorkel break as well as some swimming. Our tour guides were really good about taking pictures. They had a professional camera and a drone there as well. With this tour as well, all meals are included. I figured it would be a lot of Indonesian dishes, but every time I look at this clip, I laugh. Like, come on, man, the teeth. I can't. Each day did have multiple stops, so you will be on the go quite a bit. To get to these smaller islands, you took this little dinghy boat here, so we all piled in and we're heading to the next location. They changed the itinerary a little bit on us, so I'm not sure the name of this stop here, but the water was super shallow and you could just walk out to the sandbar. It was really beautiful. Here we enjoyed some free time and checking out the sunset. After we got back on the boat, they had a little snack for us. So they were deep fried bananas with cheese on it, which I thought was weird, but it was good. And they had ones with chocolate too. For the meals themselves, I was a little worried because, of course, in Indonesia, they like their spice, but they kept things pretty neutral and there was a good mix of vegetarian options. Back on our dinghy, and our next stop is Komodo Island. Upon arrival, you're met with a guide where they give you safety briefing. Our group, because it was so large, we had 3 people with us to protect us. It's something you should take very seriously because these are wild animals. They are not in cages. They have those sticks in their hand in case any of them get out of control. But if you don't bother them, they won't bother you. The basic rules were to stay together, no running, no yelling. It was so crazy seeing these things walk around. They do look like real life dinosaurs. They didn't move around a whole lot. They kind of were just laying around, weren't moving anywhere too quickly. But these things are absolutely massive. The trip went off pretty smoothly. Unfortunately, there was a kid in our group that decided to run in front of the Komodo dragon and scared it, and it scared everybody else, but everything was fine. He had his tongue out in this picture because he was a little pissed off from that situation, but everything was good. Now that we're back on the boat, just enjoying some views, everybody else was gearing up to go on another snorkeling trip, but I was pretty tired at that point. So I just decided to stay on board and do a little bit of reading while everybody else went snorkeling. And then we cruised around, and at sunset we went to, I think they called it Bat Island, which, given the name here, you can see thousands of bats flying around. Again, they were the biggest bats I've ever seen in my life, but it was so magical at sunset seeing them all flying overhead. It was beautiful. Next up, they were cooking our final dish on board, so they were grilling some fish from the back of the boat here. It was actually really good. It looked kind of weird, but it was super good. After a super quick snack in the morning, we head to Komodo Island, which will be our last stop before we head back. And thank God that I wore sneakers for this because it was a little bit rough, but we went on a little hike to a viewpoint. And then we had some free time, so we headed to the beach. Cody got a little coconut, and we actually saw a shark. Okay, yeah, it was a baby shark, but it was still crazy to see. I still didn't want to get too close, but they were harmless. And then after our goodbye lunch, we start to head back, and we see these dolphins. First time ever seeing dolphins out in the wild. It was pretty cool. Overall, this tour was a super magical experience. Wouldn't recommend the company, but the tour itself I would recommend. And that is the end of our Komodo trip. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or send me an email. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to the next part of our adventure.